Hey guys, what's going on? Rich here, and I'm back with another TF2 commentary, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the recent growth of toxicity that has arisen ever since the competitive game mode coming out. Now, don't get me wrong here, I'm aware that the toxicity has always been there, with the most recent case being the Dota Saxi incident, but with the addition of the competitive beta, TF2 has started to turn into every other competitive game, and I don't want TF2 to turn into that. For instance, if any of you play CSGO, League of Legends, or any other game with a competitive mode, you'll know that you'll probably see some of the most vile language you will ever hear in your entire life. The language that I see on a daily basis is absolutely disgusting and unacceptable for a game. Now keep in mind, folks, this is a game, which is supposedly meant for fun and entertainment, yet ever since I've grown older, I've found games to be more about puffing up one's chest and showing whoever has the bigger ego and whoever is better at strafing, b-hopping, or whatever it is. But nowadays, most of the games that I play don't really feel like games anymore, and that's why I don't enjoy them as much, as they sometimes feel like a chore, having to sit through two keyboard warriors preposterously fighting each other just for no reason. I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here, but to zero back in on the TF2 side of things, before competitive, there was very little of toxic language that I would run into. Occasionally, there would still be somebody just calling somebody out on being a terrible medic or a terrible spy, but nothing too big. But now it just seems to be constantly flowing through everyone's veins at an alarming rate. To illustrate, I took a little break from playing TF2 for spring break, and upon returning, I was met with a user by the name of Peridot, who was constantly just flaming everybody for quote-unquote being a bad at the game, because it's apparently a crime to be bad at a game. I had no clue, but apparently it's a crime, and I was unfortunately able to land 2 ranked games in a row with this user, and as you can see from these screenshots, he just dishes out some very nasty remarks to players on our team. And after those matches, I decided I'm gonna take a break from TF2. I'm just gonna not play competitive for a while. So then later, after returning from just taking a nap and chilling on the couch for a while, I was met with 7 more losses in a row. Now, this was not due to the player's skill level, but more that players decided they'd rather point out each other's flaws instead of just play the game. I'm more than confident that we would have been able to pull out the win if we would have just played as a team and just actually play the game instead of just yell at each other for the short 5 minutes or so I think we were together. Now, what people don't realize is that these people that you're playing with, you will probably never ever see again in your entire life. For the short time, maybe maximum of like 20 minutes in TF2 competitive. Now, depending on what game you're playing, the competitive games can be a bit longer, but whatever, maximum 40 minutes you're going to be spending with this person, and you'll probably never see them again, and yet people decide to treat them as if they're not humans. Like, what has this turned into? Like, you wouldn't even say that. Let's be real here, you wouldn't even say that to a rock. You're not going to go up to a rock and call him a you're not going to do that. And yet people decide to treat people as if they're not humans, which I just find absolutely ridiculous. It's insane how people think this is okay. So with all of this out of the way, and with all this toxicity that's been rising, I want to take action, since I don't really want to say I have power. That sounds really wrong with the YouTube drama bull that's happening right now, but I would, with the amount of power, or I guess whatever I have, I would like to propose a hashtag for players to wear. Now, hear me out on this, and I want people to wear this hashtag when you're playing TF2, competitive, or any other game, really, to remind players to just play the game rather than argue over it, and just keep it short and simple. I want the hashtag to be hashtag just play. So feel free to put this in your name when you play, and to stand up against toxicity. I don't want TF2 to fall down the path of every other competitive game and get the bad rap of its toxic community. And along with this hashtag, I want to encourage you guys, the players, the gamers who play this game or any others, to stand up for others. Because a lot of the time, you'll just see that one user flaming another, and that person's just taking a beating, and nobody does anything about it. They just let it go by and slide as if it's okay, which it is not. So I want you guys, whenever you guys see a toxic act from one user to another, or whatever it is, to send just if you're in chat or something, just say a simple message like that's not okay, or that language is unacceptable, or that language is inappropriate, or any other variant of that message. It doesn't even be something super elaborate, because most of the time you guys have to remember that the person that is dishing out these words are most likely just an insecure child with spell check, and they know they can do whatever they want because there's no repercussions. They are behind a screen, they're typing on a keyboard. It's not like the person's standing right next to them, so they don't expect any repercussions. So if you are able to send out that message, or just be able to put anything in chat or let them know that that's not okay, that might spook them and show them that it's not okay to do that. Hopefully they will snap out of whatever mentality they have right now in that instant, or down the road, and realize that's not okay. I mean, there's a slim chance, but I mean, you never know till you're gonna try. It's worth a shot, and it will also make the other user who's being victimized feel a lot better, knowing that somebody is there to help them, and they're not alone and isolated, just being constantly pounded down by this other user who apparently feels that they're one level up other than that user, and it's just not okay for that to happen. So I want you guys to take action, because I take action whenever I see something in game like that. I'll say like, that's not okay, that's rude, and I don't see enough people doing that, and I really feel like we can make a difference here. So I hope you guys can join me in this campaign against the toxicity in our community, and just I don't want to say save TF2, but just basically just make it a better place for everyone, because I really don't like the path it's going down right now, and it's not really an enjoyable game for me right now, and many others. So be sure to wear your hashtag #JustPlayWithPride and take action when action is needed. I really believe we can make a difference here with this, and with that, I will see you guys on the battlefield.